So we're going to run $2 to $3 trillion deficits in the next year, right? $2 to $3 trillion deficits. What about rolling over current debt? We'll say refunding. Refunding, meaning debt that is maturing that they now have to roll over. Okay, so we're probably talking upwards of about $10 trillion, right? 10 trillion. So again, not refunding. So we're looking at this current environment right now, right? The federal government over the next year, and a lot of that 10 trillion may get rolled over, right? They may just reinvest that money. The Fed may not let its balance sheet shrink a lot. They may just reinvest it back into treasuries and not let the attrition roll off quite as fast, right? That's a possibility. But think about this for a second, right? We're talking about maybe, anywhere from $7 to $10 trillion with a T, right? That the federal government is going to borrow in the next year. Okay. That is $7 to $10 trillion the Fed is going to borrow. So the federal government's going to borrow in the next year. Where does that money come from? Can't come from equities, because if you sell a stock, somebody has to buy it. Can't come from bonds, because if you sell a bond, someone has to buy it. It can come from bonds because bonds maturing, right? It can come from savings, right? But the point is that this is a significant strain on the ability to borrow and finance, right? This is going to place a considerable strain on the capital markets, right? With regards to new money. Okay, that is now $7 to $10 trillion that's going to be siphoned off the economy. That was not going to be it's not going to be available for investing in real estate, investing in stocks for new companies, for a small business, right? That's $7 to $10 trillion of cash that's not or no longer available. Okay, assuming that none of that or very little of that refunding is reinvested, right? The people aren't going to just roll that money over back into the debt. Okay, it's at least $2 to $3 trillion. Okay, it can come from foreign buyers, right? Certainly, China and Japan have massive dollar reserves. They may decide to buy our debt. So when we look at auctions, we look at bond auctions.